Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we escaped from the Rykad system, which is now fallen into chaos, and we are, I believe we're orbiting Footfall, or at least near Footfall. We're in the system that Footfall is in. And I guess Footfall is sort of like the capital city of this sort of sector, the Expanse, where all of the rogue traders have sort of a headquarters, and I imagine some of the factions are going to have headquarters here. I'm expecting it to be a pretty big place. I'm probably going to spend a while there, just exploring things. But before we go there, let's go ahead and talk to everybody. I don't believe we talked to everybody before last, or at the end of last episode, right? I don't think so. So let's see.
Lord Captain.
You've got nothing.
Lord Captain.
It is starting to seem like there's not like a whole lot of Oh. Have the Vox spirits brought you anything interesting lately? Master Victus, you may be interested to know what a group of officers was discussing, or that a group of officers was discussing a grim rumor over lunch. Word has it, the apparition of Lord Captain Theodora has been sighted on board lately. Yes, you heard right. They say she is haunting the decks, dragging wayward crew members off into oblivion. Disquiet has spread throughout the ship, as the anomaly has been reported in different sections, sometimes entire kilometers apart. The Vox Bastion is closer to you. Master Henrix van Calix expressed interest in our communication stations and Vox nests a short while ago. The interrogator appears to be very well versed in the matter of sacred technology, and it worries me. A man of his knowledge and in his line of work is capable of discreetly planting his own devices in our systems. We will be vigilant, Lord Captain, but you should try to be more careful as well. That will be all. Alright, so rumor of a ghost. Check this guy out. You working hard, soldier? You better be. Cassia.
Words I have.
I've enjoyed this conversation too. Argenta.
Greetings.
Alright, helmsman. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of extra conversations. Not extra conversations, but just like
You have my complete attention.
you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. I want you to leave my retinue. I can't talk to him about, you know, planting bugs, audio bugs in my ship, my Vox. Nothing from you, but I'm still gonna check on a regular basis because, you know, it's kind of how these games play. Is that if you want to hear everything from them, you gotta check in often. Oh yeah. Oh, Abel's down here now. The person you saved from the Electro Priest Monastery, the servant of the Omnissiah who calls himself Abel Hanuman, is staring intently at the Cogitator's vid screen. Wires connect the sacred computing machine to augmetics inside the prayerfully bowed head of murmuring servitors. Abel looks up at you. After a lengthy silence, he looks away and says stiffly, "The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. How are you feeling, Abel?" The tech priest stares intently at his feet for a while and then says in a halting voice, "The running of the Benharic protocols was bogged down and dissolved in false commands. The filter has separated the correct signals from the incorrect. The running has been restored to its swiftness." Pascal speaks softly as though trying to match the inflections of Abel's voice. "Tech brother Abel has passed the diagnostics. The pernicious influence of sacrilegious procedures has been completely eliminated. Statistically, most survivors of a schismatical's infestation are left with severe cognitive impairments. However, Tech brother Abel's mind, being of a less typical nature, has not been damaged to so great a degree." Gaze into Abel's eyes. Tech brother Abel, You're free from possession, are you not? I trust that you pose no threat to my ship? Abel's voice quivers and his eyes dart around, desperately avoiding eye contact. It's kind of cruel to ask, but you know. What was flawed has since been purged. But the shadows of the hunt linger. The cog is dismounted, and no judgment has been made. In the absence of judgment, threat remains. Who will make the judgment? I will. Pascal places a mechadendrite on Abel's shoulder and repeats, his voice heavily like a wheeled tread crushing the dirt underneath. I will make the judgment that will avert the threat. His gaze falls on you. There is no need to frighten him. I didn't mean to. What troubles him so? What judgment do you speak of? Why are you so concerned about him? He is not the one you were hoping to find. You care for him as if he truly were your younger brother. I would not try, or I will try not to give Abel any undue cause for dread. What troubles him so? I assumed at first that this was caused by the shock inflicted upon his system by the schismatical attack. But my tech brother's words are a sign of deeper reason for his unease. He foresees something that threatens both him and all those around him, and thus I stand ready to face this threat. What judgment do you two speak of? Only he knows. But if my tech brother fears that he might not make the right decision at the critical moment, then I will do it for him. You're very concerned about him. Answer unknown. I am registering a kinship, both between our identifiers and one that is more profound. Archmagos Armanat left an imprint on all his students. It may be, then, that I see some of my mentor and tech brother Abel, and so my spirit rejoices and strives to keep him from harm. You care for him as if he's truly were your younger brother. Pascal's vox rasps a tired laugh. The tech brother Abel is harmonious, and harmony is beauty. Is it so strange, an urge to protect beauty from the horrors of the grotesque? I will try not to give him undue cause for dread. Thank you. Why do you and Pascal have the same name? Abel freezes. From his vox synth barely audible through the static comes the words. The naming of the names is not an index to the text. The naming of the names is the text. Abel's answers can be enigmatic. His mind works differently from ours. He thinks in harmonic imagery and notices the symmetries and proportional relationships in the world around him. Poetry would be the closest analogy to how he perceives and interacts with reality. It's always interesting when you hear about the different ways people think, right? I don't remember where I heard it from, but I heard that like two forms of thinking is like some people when they think they're sort of like hearing words. Like their thoughts are in their own voice kind of thing, which is how I think. When I think it's almost like I'm, not to sound too crazy, I guess I'm talking to myself all the time whenever I'm doing these videos, but it's like I'm talking to myself, right? But other people think through imagery, right? They don't really think in words. I guess that's probably the better way to say it. They don't think in words, they think in more like of images and things. It's interesting, I think, anyway. I have a friend that thinks with, and it doesn't think with like words, they think more like with imagery and things. I never imagined there could be poets among the tech priests. Pascal, do you understand what Abel is referring to? Soften your tone. Abel, could you please explain what you mean? Respond sharply to Abel. You express yourself clearly. Are you overthinking it? Are we overthinking it, rather? It doesn't matter why your names are the same. What matters is that they are the same. What matters is that they are the same? Is that what you mean? Got you. Let's move on from this. I never imagined there were poets among your people. Pascal looks surprised. Why not? Technolingua is rhythmical and possesses a broad semantic scope, and some of its more sonorous dialects lend themselves well to individual and symphonic declamation. Do you understand what he's referring to? Negative. However, I will hypothesize. Tech Brother Abel is seeking to convey the idea that our matching identifiers are not the key to some vital data point. They are, in and of themselves, the vital data point. At this stage in my analysis, I can draw no useful conclusions from this proposition. However, the very fact that Tech Brother Abel is trying to hint at something points to him either being better informed than I am or having conducted a more in-depth analysis of the situation. That is useful information. Abel, could you please explain what you mean? Abel relaxes a little. His gaze drifts to the side. There is silence. Are we overthinking it? Abel looks sideways at you, and at once his transfixed stupor is gone. At this point in time, the cycle has been broken and reshaped into a rising spiral, as Amarnat envisioned. On hearing his mentor's name, Pascal lets out a raspy, static-filled sigh. They are connected. My hypothesis regarding Abel's connection to the blessed Amarnat has been confirmed. What are you working on? We catch the soul of the light in the solar wind. We look for the footsteps of the Omnissiah left when he walked the desert. This is the honoromantic computation procedure. The depersonalized minds of these machine servants are in a data dream, processing enormous arrays of assorted data and aggregating them. Virtually all results of such synthesis are scrap data, but occasionally we have noted coincidences whose exactness defied logic. It is an extremely rare and venerated form of statistical augury, but Tech Brother Abel is adept at this form of appealing to the Deus Mechanicus. Why do you do it? It is how we execute the quest for knowledge in the hope that the machine god grants us an epiphany, so that we may discern a logical connection in a mass of absurd data, which we propel our comprehension forward. Inspect the sacred machine. Look for a logical connection. Take a closer look. Inspect it. The hair has been removed from every servitor's head. Their bulky cerebral augmetics cover their skull like helmets. The faces of the cogitator's servants are blank. Their eyes are closed. Their lips are incessantly whispering what sounds like gibberish. Hundreds of lines of symbols containing information scroll down the cogitator's vid screen. Abel Hahnemann peers at it with voracious interest, in sharp contrast to his usual placidity. How good is our logic? Oh, yours is really good. Pascal, take a look at this for me. Most of the runes are devoid of any meaning, but you notice a few among them that combine into formulae and computational graphs. Abel peers at you inquisitively, then shifts his gaze to the vid screen, and you could swear that a smile lights up on his face under his respiratory augmetic. A crystal is exquisite in clear water. Deviation from the cycle's trajectory has been increased, as was Amarnat's wish. Abel lowers his head, and his Vox synthesizers broadcasts a Benharic hymn you do not recall having heard before. Its sound is full of vibrant energy, and its precise rhythm is nothing short of pleasing to the ear, a rare thing for the language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Pascal explains with an inexplicable air of pride. Tech Brother Abel has dedicated a lesser aria to you. The piece is distinguished by a high degree of acoustic harmony, and is fit for use as a motto, auxiliary identifier, or epitaph. Bow to Abel. I thank you for the generous gift. Why, thank you. With a life as eventful as mine, I am certainly going to need an epitaph at some point. What use could I possibly have for a motto I can't even pronounce? Nod wordlessly. I thank you for the generous gift. The gift is disproportionate, but it does signify a personal affinity. My interest in this subject has been exhausted. Abel goes back to intently watching the calculations, his eyes alight with curiosity. Turn to Pascal. Did you hear what Abel said? It seems we have contributed to Amarnat's design and deviated from the cycle. What does that mean for you? A low guttural sound rises from the depths of Pascal's Vox synth, as though the planet's tectonic plates are shifting and crushing each other. The mighty rumble brings forth words imbued with power. We follow a path charted by a great mind, and that path leads to a dark place. The cycle has the advantage of predictability. Abandoning it will plunge the collective into a perilous space of uncertainty, which will inevitably lead to disasters and the risk of universal annihilation. The doctrine of discontinuing the cycle may herald good things to come, or it may be a death sentence. Only the Omnissiah knows all and comprehends all. Others are mere prophets who interpret his wisdom as far as their own comprehension permits. Is that not a promise of every heresy? Is that not the promise of every heresy? Let's renounce our path, distort our doctrine, and head out towards what looks like a better future, but actually only has danger and grief in store for us. As flawed as the status quo is, it has helped us survive for the past 10 millennia, therefore it is effective. Better to die fighting against change than to rot alive. Disaster is just another word for a new opportunity. Not missing is what it is all about. I went to a seminar thing, teaching seminar thing where like they have guest speakers who inspire you to be better teachers and all that good stuff. There's the principal of another school. He says that he doesn't use the word problems. Like when somebody comes to him for a problem, he says, no. They come to me with opportunities. Yeah, that reminded me of that. Kind of cheesy. I'm no prophet. I will not presume to make pronouncements on the future. Yeah, I'm no prophet. No one knows the future. Every analysis has its margin of error, and horrors lurk in these margins. The tone of thundering profundity drains from Pascal's vox, giving way to his familiar sibilance. I must take my leave. Abel immediately looks away as if he has lost all interest in you, but then his vox crackles, barely audible. I am glad to see you. Aww. Abel's best friend now. Best buddy. He's the only one who said, I feel like, in complete honesty, that he's glad to see me.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. May you...
Alright, anything up here before we leave? No. Okay. Should we check our quarters before we leave? I guess we probably should. Did we talk to Adira or try to talk to Adira already? I think we did. But I don't remember. It's been too long. Okay. So I saw the comment saying that giving some tips. And apparently Heinrichs isn't necessarily the best of characters in terms of his usefulness. I didn't actually mean to go to the map. Damn it. Or did I dream that? I'm pretty sure there was a comment about it. I'm a little behind on answering the comments. I do apologize about that. But I am reading them. Lord Captain. Raver's voice over the vox sounds wary rather than annoyed. I'm getting reports of several ships moving toward us. Judging by the fact that they are not responding to our hails and the telemetry shows a trail of macro batteries, you're not here for a chidwag. Rather to issue orders to prepare for battle at your command. Or ready to issue orders. I'm being attacked? Where did they come from? Why haven't you noticed it before? Okay, so Footfall is a big station. In a dead world here, too. Could this be the work of Conrad Voigtveer? Can we invade this combat? On my order, all stations get ready for void combat. Where do they come from? The rubbish of Furibundus. And I'm not talking about these wrecks that are about to open fire. I mean the remains of meteorites, gas clouds, refuse from the shipyards. It all bunches together. And the smaller ships hide behind it to harass ships as they emerge from the warp. Could this be the work of Conrad Voigtveer? The silence over the vox lasts for several seconds. It's possible. He could have hired some scum, or maybe it's just a pirate who saw the state of our ship and decided to push his luck. Can we evade? Raver snorts, or perhaps chuckles. I don't think so, Lord Captain. There'd be no reason to. It'll be easy to blast these scum to smithereens and to evade them. We'll warn Footfall we're coming with a few macro salvos. On my order, all stations get ready for void combat. Alright. New mechanic? Let's see if this is better than the army combat of Wrath of the Righteous.
Let chaos paint the stars red.
Okay. Moving the ship in combat. You've engaged the enemy in space combat. Battles in space and on the surfaces of planets work quite differently from one another. In space combat, the battlefield is separated into 3 zones, marked by various degrees of brightness. Okay. Acceleration zone, mid-movement zone, and end-movement zone. Ships travel at high speeds, even during combat, which is why both your ships and those of your enemies must move a certain distance each round. You can only end your turn once your ship has traversed this minimum required distance upon entering the end-movement zone. Okay. To move the ship, click the left mouse button on any accessible cell on the battlefield. Once you do, you will see a hologram of the ship that will allow you to evaluate the efficiency of future attacks and actions from that position, just as you would in regular combat. Click again to confirm your choice and command the ship to move. Alternatively, you can click the right mouse button to remove the hologram. Okay. Okay, so I see. So these are the 3 different zones. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of stuff. That's ramming.
Let the Empyrean guide us.
So I move here. Attack it with weapons. Your ship is equipped with an arsenal of weapons which differ in terms of range of fire, and offer you a variety of ways to assault your opponents. The ship can attack with each of its weapons once per turn. Note these can be fired as the ship moves. As attacking does not end the ship's movement. Right. Each of the ship's weapons has a separate attack action on the panel at the bottom of the screen. You can click on an attack's icon to view its firing arc, and consider what position on the battlefield would be the most advantageous for your ship. Select an attack on the panel at the bottom of the screen to attack an enemy with, then click on the enemy ship. Each turn you can use each of the ship's attacks once. Oh, okay. Maneuver your ship in battle and attack with different weapons to make the most out of your ship's capabilities. Gotcha.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
Ship's defenses. Some ships are protected by shields. To deal damage to such an enemy, you must first pierce their shields. 2 shield arrays cover the ship's sides. One protects its bow and one its stern. When facing an enemy ship equipped with shields, choose your angle of attack wisely and direct your fire at a side where the shields are weakened or completely depleted, knowing the enemy's shields recover each round. The Rogue Trader's flagship is likewise protected by shields. If the enemy attacks you from a side where the shields are weakened or depleted, the ship will take damage. The flagship's damaged shields do not recover at the start of the next turn. Instead, they can be restored by using the Restart Shield action on the panel at the bottom of the screen. Restarting the shields reduces the flagship's combat efficiency. On its next turn, it will have reduced movement speed and firing range. Alright. Hmm. I don't think that's gonna work.
Steer us to our target. Chart a course.
Alright, go ahead.
Unleash our wrath upon my enemies.
I guess that's it. Cobra class destroyer. Oh wow, these guys are weak. Oh, never mind. Oh god. How do I turn around? Man, we're not very mobile, are we? Oh, is he running? I guess that's fine.
Send them into the cold void.
What's this button? Oh, it's my RAM.
Let the Empyrean guide us. Macro cannons! Annihilate them! Unleash the storm of macro cannons!
Got him. Oh, that hurt me pretty hard. Oh, jeez. Okay, so they explode and hurt you.
Emblazon our path.
I don't think we're gonna catch him.
Let the Empyrean... A worthy deed!
We win! Enemy attacks can penetrate your shields and damage your ship's hull. This damage remains after the battle is over and must be repaired. Open the Void Ship Management screen, V, to make repairs to your ship. Use scrap to repair your ship and restore its hull integrity. Scrap can be found while exploring star systems, collected after certain space battles, or purchased from merchants affiliated with various factions. Sweet. Alright. So this is the new system here, huh? Okay. Well, I guess, should we check out all these planets on our way? How's that Drusus's blessing here? I guess we will. This is, the tech place, right? Or the tech priest place. I might as well. Lord Captain. The station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording is stating that the priesthood of the Alter Templum Calaxis X-17 sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity and are refusing access to guests on the basis of the Adeptus Mechanicus' privilege of inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction over the sacred sites. Right, I think I remember being told that we wouldn't be able to go there. Begin the scan. 50 XP, I'll take it. Dead world added to the worlds of the expanse. Okay. What's our journal say anyway? Many of the systems of the Rogue Trader's ships have suffered damage in the battle with the cultists. The wounded ship's spirit yearns to reach the only port in the sector, Footfall. The dockyard is waiting for the ship in order to begin the full inspection and repairs. Sister Argenta has asked for the Lord Captain's help with a personal matter. Argenta has something to discuss with the head of the Drussian mission and is counting on the Lord Captain's support. Pascal has found a databank belonging to the rogue trader's predecessor, Theodora von Valancius, in the Furibundus system. The data encrypted in this database may prove useful to the new rogue trader. The bridge cogitator once belonged to Theodora von Valancius. Pascal is sure that it can be used to decrypt the discovered databank. Bridge. Oh, we can do that on the bridge. Let's do that then. Let's do that then. Okay, so is that up here? Where would I do that at? Bridge cogitator once belonged. Where's the bridge cogitator? Is this it? IH-630. The reflections of the bridge lights are playing on the unlit vid screen of the cogitator. Next to the machine stands a hunched tech priest, who bows as you approach, his body nearly folding in half. Lord Captain, the machine spirit of this mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood. Who are you, and what is your purpose here? My designation is IH-630. The tech priest points his only mechadendrite at the machine beside him. The venerated Engine Seer Prime has entrusted this sacred mechanism into my care. It is now my duty to assist the rogue trader's understanding of the hallowed code. What is this blood key I'm supposed to use? The key you seek is the dynastic blood that runs in your veins. It is the only way to rouse this cogitator's machine spirit. When you are ready to do so, place your hand into the mouth of the Guardian Servitor on the blessed control panel. Place your hand inside the Servitor's maw. The Servitor's powerful jaw closes around your hand with a screeching clack. You feel the cold metal pierce your skin and draw blood. The vid screen in front of you flickers restlessly, filling with numerical combinations. The tech priest by the cogitator nods curtly. The sacred mechanism is awake and ready to receive your request, Lord Captain. Pascal has informed me that the system has encrypted data stored inside. I wish to know its contents. Have the tech priest of the Adeptus Mechanicus been able to discern how the ship was able to start her warp engine? Remember who you are? I wish to know its contents. Without another word, the tech priest turns to the cogitator. He raises his hand, and a prayer of Benharic code pours out of his Vox device. The servo motors in the bowels of the machine grow louder, its undulating hum responding to his chant. Numerical combinations run down the screen. Scanning. 0.5.9. Okay, what does all that mean? The machine spirit has discovered numerous critical errors. The data is damaged. The tech priest stops abruptly, and the green glow of his visor narrows, registering an intact segment. The machine spirit has spoken. The worlds of Kiavagama and Darganis hold certain data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the rogue trader with data keys that can unlock said repositories. What data repositories? That remains hidden. The encrypted databank belonged to the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. She was the only one who could have known about these repositories. Perhaps the former Engineer Prime also could have known. Omnissiah accept his code. If I were to propose a hypothesis, it would be most prudent of a figure. It would be most prudent of a figure as eminent as a rogue trader to store her classified data in receptacles not most secure. How do I accept these keys? The cogitator's vid screen blinks. The gracious oh my god. The gracious machine spirit is willing to transfer the data keys to the head of House von Valancius by means of an a hypodermic tattoo augment. If you're ready to accept the key, place your hand inside the servitor's mouth. Deep within the servitor's dark gullet, unseen burning hot needles pierce your wrist. But the sharp pain only lasts a moment. The electu that has been planted inside your wrist should be enough to open the repository doors. Okay, tell me more about the caches. The vid screen flickers rapidly. The tech priest's augmented fingers dart around the control panel. The Omnissiah favors you. The machine spirit is willing to commence the calculation procedure that could restore the lost data. Okay. Restore the data on the cache located on Darganis. The machine hums louder until it lets out a resounding crackle. Then the sounds stop, and an unmoving numerical combination lights up on the screen. The tech priest's synthesized voice sounds almost concerned. The data has been restored, but it is only a single phrase. Litanies of the motive force. That is all the sacred mechanism was able to salvage. Huh. Litanies of the motive force. What about Kiavagama? The servo motors within the cogitator pick up the pace, their heavy thrum growing louder. A machine clicks abrasively for several minutes until eventually a numerical code appears on the screen. The tech priest turns to you. Blessed are the Omnissiah's deeds. The repository on Kiavagama has a security system guarding it. The machine spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable the defenses. Oh, nice. Other questions? Yeah, do you know why the ship was able to start the engine? The Engineer Prime spends hours pursuing the quest for knowledge in hopes of comprehending the nature of said miracle. May the Omnissiah's grace guide him on his journey. There is no doubt that it was a miracle sent by the Omnissiah as a manifestation of his will. Yet the Engineer Prime managed to perceive some logical connection within the streams of data. I'm not privy to his connection. To this connection, but the Engineer Prime will surely share this newly discovered knowledge with you in a detailed report. All right. So that's done. So we'd have to go to Darganis and Kiavagama, which I'm guessing are in different systems than this one. Alright, I guess we'll go check out Justice's Blessing over here. Oh, Captain, we have the flagship Justice's Blessing with a small escort dead ahead. They're requesting a direct Vox channel, patching you through. Chartist Captain Asturius Thorfast. The Vox channel clicks, and after a brief pause, a dry, low voice hails you. Greetings, Lord Captain. I am honored to speak with the rogue trader of House Valancius. May your name be known through the ages. Chartist Captain Asturius Thorfast, bearer of a free charter of the merchant fleet. How can I be of service? What's your squadron doing here? We develop supply routes for Chartists. You see, my ship is a representative of the merchant fleet in this part of the Imperium territory. Yet we do not have a fixed charter-defined trade route. Our mission is to establish business contacts with voidfarers in need of regular ship repairs, and those who are interested in specialized goods. From where do you source the components you sell? Are you asking me to disclose our suppliers to you? Thorfast laughs airily. Well, frankly, they come from about everywhere and nowhere. We get our wares either from lucky voidsmen who stumble upon an abandoned or dilapidated ship somewhere in the neighboring system, or from unlucky ones whose sorry tub arrives on Footfall in such a state that it's easier to take her apart than to restore her. Tell me more about the merchant fleet's operations in the Karanis Expanse. For the most part, all the Expanse has its fleets of different organizations and small flotillas of merchant ships. Uninterrupted communication between worlds is a matter of life and death for many outposts of humanity. So even in this dark corner of the Imperium, there are chartists and ships assigned to various adeptus. Alas, the Expanse has next to no stable trade routes, so the job can be precarious at times. And then again, no one is more intimately familiar with the hardships of local commerce than a rogue trader. That's so true. I want to take a look at the catalog of components available for purchase. Hell yeah, what do we got? What the hell are these? Ship components? I guess I'll take them. So this versus what we have. Okay, so this provides granting 80% chance to hit and 5% critical. That's 90 chance per hit and 5% critical. Okay, so that's just better. And then we've got, oh, installing components. You have received a new equipment for your ship. To install it, open the Void Ship Management screen from the panel on the right. Double-click the mouse button on the equipment icon, or hold and drag it to the desired section. Gotcha. Alright. 11 speed along with strong acceleration and braking. 13 speed, but slow acceleration and braking. Assume this is better because you can buy it. Alright, do I want to... Oh, wow. Look at the profit factor for this stuff. 105. Wow. Okay. So if I went to 2, I don't even have the profit for it. So I might as well not go up to 2. We can go to 1. Let me get this stuff. But it takes a lot more rep than the previous places to do that. But you like Void Necron trophies. Which I don't have any of those. You like Void stuff. We don't have any Void stuff. Okay. Interesting. So it looks like we have to go like bounty hunting for these things? Is that kind of what these are? Huh. Okay. Well, we got these now. Oh, did that change the look of things? Hold on. Which one's better? That's the one that's in there right now. Yeah, okay. No. What the hell? Okay. So I've got what I want in there now. Okay, good. Cool. Alright, let's get to Footfall before the end of the episode. High Factotum, Janris Danrock. Your ladyship. Something sinister is unfolding among the survivors from Rykad Minoris. There have already been several cases of evacuated refugees being found either dead or dying. All of them had been blinded using various means. I fear there is reason to believe that there were agents of the cult among the people who came on board. Of course there were. Try to help a person out. I knew the anathema would not fully release its hold on those doleful souls just yet. Then let's march and drive it away. Give me a proper report of the refugees. How were they quartered? How are they supervised? The esteemed nobles and their families were given quarters befitting their status. The horrors of the massacre and the streets are still fresh in their minds. So initially they made regular trips to the lower levels to take out their fears and angers on serfs from our own crew. It would have been disrespectful to confine the nobles to their compartments, so we used shackles of a different sort by generously supplying them with emisec and intoxicants. The venerated praetor Electroid Dar Impulse VI and his retinue took refuge in one of the engineering bays, or more accurately, they barricaded themselves in. The wise servants of the Omnissiah are fearful beyond measure that ignorant lay people might damage or offend the miraculous fusion reactor, so they cloistered themselves in their own personal fortress. Tell me more about the killings. 11 bodies have been found thus far. The first victim had their eyes burned out with gas torches. The second had acid splashed in their face. The third was found wandering around on their last legs with metal pins sticking out of their eye sockets. They died before we could interrogate them. The rest were killed and disfigured in similar ways, through blinding. No trace of the killer's identity was found. Begin the interrogations. It will be done, your ladyship. If I may interject, there is no need. The interrogations have already been conducted. I put the enforcers on alert as soon as the first body was discovered, though I decided not to disturb your ladyship until I had seen the results. Well, now I do. We have already arrested, 4 perpetrators at the scenes of crimes that had yet to take place. Those are not murders. They are suicides. Explain yourself. The people we apprehended were about to blind themselves and end their own lives. I'm confident that all who perished did the same. When questioned, they all said the same thing. They are haunted by the sight of the dying Reichad Minoris. Even in their sleep, they still see the same horrific picture, so the sad wretches would do anything to make this nightmare stop. God damn. That's not what I was expecting. Add a triple dose of sedatives to the rations of all Ricadians. Perform cleansing liturgies on the decks housing the refugees. We shall banish this blight with the strength of our faith. Increase surveillance. Assign enforcers to watch the passengers. If this is not the work of cultists, then I could not care less. Once they are off the ship, that will be that. Increase surveillance. Certainly, Lord Captain. Except, I'm afraid, it is not just the refugees. Abelard's voice is grim. 3 out of the 4 people we arrested were members of the crew. They watched Reichen Minoris die, and it left their minds scarred. We all bear that mark. We all bear the mark of that dark catastrophe. For it was the attention of the ruinous powers that branded our very souls. May the God Emperor have mercy on us. You were warned, your ladyship. It is regrettable that you did not listen. Oh, shut up. Regrettable you did not listen. Yeah, maybe I won't romance him. What is this saying? Wait for the completion of the ship's inspection. It will take some time to confirm that the ship is free of serious damage and to repair what damage there is. The Foxmaster will report when the inspection is complete. Alright. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Okay. We can only go here for now. Void Dock Alpha Row. Oh, Heinrich's left. Right, yeah. I remember now. Alright. This is the group then. I have a bug in my coffee. This is terrible. Horrible news. Wonder if anybody's going to be waiting to greet us. We did say we were going to not hide who we were, right? We had the option of arriving incognito, but we decided against it. All hail. Liege representative. The welcome procession is not particularly long, but it does attract attention. Everyone is dressed in their finest apparel, every button gleaming. Standing in front of the others is a woman with clearly expensive implants. She bows in a solemn curtsy. Rogue Trader, Footfall welcomes you. On behalf of the Liege, Lord Vladame Takara, allow me to express my joy at your arrival. The Liege awaits you at his residence, but should you have other business to conduct on the station, I'll be honored to serve as your guide. Cassia's lips curl slightly. This is so familiar. Behind the amber-colored scattering of words of welcome, far less appealing hues lurk, murky and diluted. The look of someone accustomed to lying and hiding their intentions. Adira jerks her head, shakes it, and hisses through her teeth. Someone's coming, and they're coming for us. Watch out, Lord Captain. Abelard sighs and casually places his hand on his weapon. Who's coming? Judging by the voices, there's a lot of them. Angry. They've got teeth, but they aren't that sharp. Their strength is in their numbers. Pray, what are you talking about? What could you mean by such a cryptic She doesn't get to say the rest.
Hey, newcomers! How's this for a warm welcome?
Holy shit!
Your struggles are in vain. Give me strength.
What the hell? What kind of welcome is this? I'm gonna have words with this liege. That's for sure. I don't think I can level up right now, can I? No. Alright. Alright, Pascal. I forgot I have all these new moves now. The Grand Strategist marks an area of 4x4 cells on the battlefield, the front line. All allies in this front line gain a 15 bonus to armor. All enemies suffer 15% more damage from any source. Alright. Right now, this is the front line. We've got the back line. So I'm going to put way over here. Oh, it can be... right here is fine, then. And then we've got the rear. Our allies deal 50% range damage and gain over penetration. Critical hit chance. Alright. I think I accidentally put... yeah, I definitely put deer on the wrong spot there. Oh well, okay.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Here we go. Some damage in there. We can actually just have you go again.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Request approved. Function successfully terminated.
Took care of them. Analyze him.
Running binary override.
And you shoot him.
If I may. Die with
Beautiful.
grace, at least.
Bloodstained Amelia. Desperate measure. Knives out.
Pain and duty go hand
Doesn't seem good. Good parry. Good parry. Alright, Imogene. Not great odds at hitting them. I don't really like that. Alright, where's this person? way back there. Can you hit him? Yep. Kill him.
Ruin beckons.
Did he dodge me? He dodged me. You're not allowed to dodge me. Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to use this too. Where does it say their rank? Oh, right here. Okay.
I will triumph.
Alright, no way he's gonna dodge me this time.
One step closer.
It's not good. Alright.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay. You move here. Hope this isn't a mistake. Fire.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Got 2 kills there, so I think that was good.
I'll do it.
Do that.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I was kind of hoping for a little more. I should have moved back. In all honesty. Come on, Abelard, you need to dodge, man.
High momentum.
Okay. Take him down.
Will do my reduced to dust.
Good. Gotta make her your sworn enemy.
At your beck and call.
And endure.
It will be done.
Ow. Alright, Adira. Hit him with that.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Start analyzing her.
Anything else?
Ow. Ow.
Shall become like fire.
Good parry, good parry. Good parry, good parry. Alright. I guess you just get to do this all again, huh? Oh, she's in the way? Thought this was an AoE. No, it's not. Damn it. I'm almost tempted to just down her for this. Like, damn it, that's my own fault though, really. Okay, well. Shit. Take him down. Give Abelard a turn.
Me?
You.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Alright, Abelard. Brutal strike.
Victory is imminent.
Parried. Hit her with that.
At your beck and call.
There we go. There's some damage on her.
It will be done.
Brace for impact. Cassia, take him out. Damn it. Get back on the fight on her.
Isn't
Give her
this a
some
job for the serfs?
hit points. Maybe that'll save her.
Just a minor setback.
Okay.
I will triumph. For the satisfying demise.
Good. I know that wasn't really who I was supposed to attack, but... Good dodge, good dodge.
Oh, my ears. That's gotta hurt.
Okay. Concentrated fire. Right there. Good damage, good damage. Definitely worth it. But you can't heal yourself? Damn it. Alright, you can heal yourself. And we're gonna do that.
The healing is much appreciated.
And then do another brutal strike here. They're still alive. Endure.
Indeed.
Kill this one.
What up, court?
Forewarning on him. Good dodge, good dodge. Alright. Huh? Oh yeah, strike him.
Request approved.
Beautifully done. Alright, we're gonna move the front line to right here.
My competencies are not that universal.
Cassia. Give Imogene a
I'm
turn.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Take aim. Fire.
Purpose guides me.
Well, I was the wrong guy, but it works. Oh, and another attack. Ah, shit. Well. Attack.
Ruin beckons. Purpose
Move.
guides me.
Here. Here. Really should have been doing this.
I need no guidance.
Is it gonna be another thing I never remember to do? Probably. Up, reload.
One step closer.
Okay.
Ruin beckons.
29 damage. Alright, Argenta. Fire him.
I'll do it. Strike
Good.
is a prayer.
And then Abelard. Take them
At your
down.
call.
There we go. And no deaths. Look at me go. Alright. Who's this liege? Servant. The shivering young servant looks up at you with horror in his eyes. Emperor, protect me. They killed. Every time. I warn them, and then they go all, Dear Emperor, our Lord and Savior, how could this have happened? Who could have thought? Adira spits on the ground in annoyance. A gang of puny thugs attacked me, the Emperor's anointed rogue trader von Valancius. Such a poorly organized attempt on my life can only be seen as a personal affront. Fear not, young man. We took care of the attackers. Do you know who they were? Stop quivering, unwashed worm, and answer me. Who would dare to attempt such an outrageous attack? What was that? An attack right on the dock? Does this kind of thing happen around here often? Go and report this to your liege. What was that? Your ladyship. Those guys were, Ambers. They're a gang. They're the worst, I'm telling you. They're scared of no one, not even Liege Tokara. He glances around like he's expecting more bandits to appear. Does this happen often? Shooting, yes. Attacks on nobles? Not very often, unless it's the Ambers. They're vicious. Not a week goes by without them killing and gutting somebody. They're wicked heretics. They respect nothing. They follow no rules. Sounded like a goat there. Go report this to the liege. Yes, I'm sorry, your ladyship. I'll just go report to the liege. They killed her. They killed my lady. Oh, this is terrible. All right. Welcome to Footfall, everybody. that's where we're going to end this episode, with all these bodies just lying here on the ground. And then next episode we'll start exploring this city. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.